Hello, and welcome to my in-depth 110% legit guide on how to play as the base operators in Rainbow Six Siege. This guide is for anyone who is new to the game, or wanting to get it, and I'm sure some veteran Siege players could also learn a thing or two from this guide. So without further ado, let's begin. We are going to kick this guide off with Smoke. Smoke is a very unique operator in this game. He comes packed with 3 grenades that upon detonation, release an unknown chemical compound that very quickly kills off any attackers.
Asshole. Kill yourself.
There is really no downside to these toxic clouds, as they can clear an objective out faster than you can say, "Back up guys, I'm Smoke." And he can place his toxic beauties at choke points. Get it? Choke points. God damn it, they shot the canister. Anyhow, his loadout is very unique as well, because he comes with 2 primary weapons. The first primary being the choice between a shotgun or the FMG. His second primary is always the SMG-11. He only has the SMG-11 there, nothing else. Don't use the other one. Use the SMG, trust me. Just waiting for that Hitler skin for him, Ubisoft. Moving on over to the less cooler member of the SAS, Mute. Mute is pretty straightforward. He comes with these nifty little gadgets called jammers. If any enemy electronics come within the range of these little party poopers, they become disabled just like any team that decides to leave home without Mute. Make sure you place these puppies in hard to reach places, so the enemies don't start the party again.
10 seconds remaining.
What?
5 seconds.
His loadout is like Smoke's, but more boring in my opinion. Just go knife only, while the enemy is looking for those little shits that you put down. Castle is an operator who has bulletproof barricades. They can be put up in windows and doorways. Those who play Castle are huge team players, and would be devastated if anything were to happen to their teammates. That's why when you play Castle, I suggest immediately using his barricades to block in your team on the objective. They can't die and leave you feeling hollow inside if they can't leave the safety of your loving spawn room. If for whatever reason someone decides to be idiotic and attempts to leave, a quick love tap to the head will remind them that you only want to help. Love hurts. Don't feel discouraged to show all your love to your team.
You just shot him. Why did you just shoot him? Why did you just shoot him?
He's a gangster, look at him.
As for his loadout, both primaries are solid. Just as long as it has a loving heart camo on it, you're set. This operator is commonly mistaken as the team player, or the medic role, if you will. His intended role is actually the tank role. Doc comes packed with a stim pistol, which he can use to juice himself up on top of his 3 armor, to really absorb those bullets. Some people say his stim pistol also has the ability to juice up his teammates, and even revive them when they are down, but I haven't tested it. Usually when someone goes down, it's because they are stupid, or were trying to leave Castle's room. So, stupid. For his loadout, I'm a personal fan of the suppressed P90. You can't really go wrong with it. Maybe even a laser sight.
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
Rook mine. So Capcan, in my opinion, is the least useful operator. Great concept, but his fucking laser sights give his entry denial devices away. When you choose Cap, I want you to look into the mirror and ask yourself, is this why mom beats me? The answer is obviously yes. 10% because you're a little bitch. If you still decide to roll out with him and take the whip later, your best plan of operation is to scatter those fuckers around the map in places where they just shouldn't belong. Just like poles. If you're lucky enough to get a kill, it's because you're playing terrorist hunt, because even a blind paraplegic could find and take down your EDD.
Today's video we are going to be chatting about Capcan and how he's a bit lackluster.
You can usually find Capcan mains on the Rainbow Six Reddit. Looking for a fresh invisible EDD glitch moments after a patch has dropped. So if you pick Capcan, I expect you to have done your research.
I got it first time. So as you can see here, there is no laser. So this works two-way.
The time has come. It is the Lord himself, Chanka. Tachanka is the Lord, come down to aid his people in need. Sadly, not all of Tachanka's people recognize him as their lord. These heretics are yet to realize what greatness comes from Lord Chanka. This is why his loadout consists of his divine mounted LMG. This LMG fires nothing but pure salvation, and those struck by it will immediately get down on their hands and knees and pray for forgiveness and repent their sins. If by the forces of Thermite himself, the Lord is killed during battle, the world will plummet into 3,000 years of darkness, while Tachanka awaits rebirth. Jaeger is outfitted with a 416 carbine, an ACOG, extended barrel, vertical grip, and a plethora of shit that makes even the most seasoned R6 vets want to kill themselves after spawning in against this monster of an operator. Even Pulse can't stand him. He comes with these thingies that can shoot things down such as enemy smokes, stuns, grenades, and your parents' expectations. I just throw this shit down in a straight line immediately off spawn. Your number one priority is to put your gunslinging skills to the test by spawn killing the enemy the very nanosecond they spawn.
Don't worry. Papa Jaeger's bringing home a kill.
If you peek the wrong spawn, it doesn't hurt to rush the next few like a madman. However, if you do not kill someone outside that defending round, you should probably take your disappointing ass back to Capcan and let someone more worthy choose Jaeger. So you know that edgy kid in school? The one that would always sit back with a hoodie on. The one that you never knew if he was okay or if he had a gun, and then he would go home and post videos online of himself flushing live hamsters down the toilet? That's Bandit. Nothing says abandonment issues like stealing car batteries and using them for your own homemade saw experiment. To set up this experiment, you must first rush to the nearest peek window with your MP7 and weed through the weak and unsuspecting. Then, you lurk a decent distance away from the objective and wait for your victim. Once down, start experimentation by dropping barbed wire on the victim's mortally wounded body.
Hello, motherfucker.
And whip that fucking car battery out and take notes.
Yeah, boy.
You can't go wrong with a bandit on your team. And that's my in-depth guide for which operator does what, and which one suits your playstyle. If you follow this guide, you'll be playing like Skittles, Anthony Pitt1, Macy J, and many other of your favorite YouTubers. Be sure to stay tuned for my guides on the base attackers, DLC operators, and anything you might want to know. And I hope to see you on the battlefield in Tom Clancy Terrorist Hunt.